Alright guys, welcome back. Survival Living here, and yes, I'm in the cargo trailer. Even now, it's break time for me, and I'm drinking my coffee, which, if you know me, is pretty much all the time. So, as you guys can see, a lot of stuff packed up. I've been busy, as I know you guys have been. Just been going through a lot of stuff. Everything from my arm injury to this move to my custody here and stuff, guys. It's just sometimes you just get overburdened with stuff, and it does. I'm also trying to keep up here on YouTube as well. Sorry, I thought I heard something. Yeah, I'm losing my mind. I was just packing some things up. Got the weight bench tore down. I don't know where we're going to put that at the new place. Oh, good news is there is good news. So the place we're looking at looks like we got approved. Everything's going good on that. We are currently waiting, or we've been waiting on follow-up inspection before they can get everything wrapped up and let us move in. So there's that, and that's another reason why I've been working so hard trying to get things boxed up, put up between storage sheds to put everything that way, so it saves me on trying to pack up last minute to using the cargo trailer. You know, it's kind of hard to believe, back when we first started this channel, guys, we were living outside Orlando, and we took the 6x12 cargo trailer. We had converted it into a small pull-behind camper. Crazy. We ran off-grid with it. We had solar. I've done videos showing the solar power and all that stuff. That box contraption way back there, that was the back part of the solar grid. Right over there, which is off camera, was the shower and toilet. Yeah, I had a fold down bed. I believe they call it a Murphy bed. They fold down during nighttime, stand it back up, lock it in place during the day. And a fold down table here, which is still here. I have cut out my switchboards, pulled a lot of the electrical out of it. It's been one hell of a ride, I'll tell you that much. So as you guys can see, packing stuff up like crazy. Here inside the mobile command bunker, that was the nickname for this trailer. I don't know, guys, I'm not really a sentimental type of guy, but I guess I am. I keep looking around and stuff, looking at the shelves I build and stuff like that. You know, we lived in this thing for, I almost say 3 years. I could be wrong exactly how long it's been, but this thing here was actually when we purchased land in Wyoming, we were going to go to Wyoming and homestead. Unfortunately, bent a spindle, the whole pandemic happened, screwed up all that stuff. We had to sell off some of that property, and we kind of got stuck here. Yeah. Anyway, this is some tight quarters. I don't know how we made it. It was our routine. Everything was routine. We got up at the same time, went to bed at the same time. It just was tough. It really was. So we built the house, and you know, now we have to leave. So we had to go find another place. I'm smiling, I'm laughing, I'm pissed, but anyway, yeah. So this thing here, I'm actually giving this to a guy that's going to be able to use it for continuous work, and he seemed real happy about it. So I'll hook him up with this thing when we leave. That way he has something to work out of, kind of like a tool room trailer type of thing. That's what I was going to use it for, but where I'm going to, I'm living in the city, fixing to be in the city, a place I do not like being. As a prepper, I don't like being in the city, but as a prepper, guys, I work in the city. You know, I get the emails and the comments, you know, if you're in the city, you're going to die and all this other good stuff. I have to commute to the city to go to work. I have to go to the city to buy groceries. I wish that we could all have a plot of land somewhere away from everything out there, on flowing water, livestock, crops, all that good stuff. And it is obtainable, sure. It costs a lot of money to do that, but it's obtainable. And to me, that's a perfect prepper location. You know, have everything you need there. But like I talked about before, skills. You have to know what you're doing. You can't just go out and do it. It's one of the reasons why the whole homestead in Wyoming kind of fell through. The property we had, it was in the middle of nowhere. And the amount of snow it got, the location would have been snowed in 3 to 4 months, possibly 5 months out of the year. Yeah, that's not good. I'm getting older. My wife's getting older. If anything was to actually happen to us as far as health or injury, we wouldn't have been able to get out. Yeah, great location away from everybody, but something happens and you don't have a freaking snowplow or something like that, and one of those half tracks, whatever they call them, you're not getting out of there. And it was cattle road going in, and it's unkept. I mean, it's it's rough. It's not some nice little flat cattle road. I mean, it's canyons and ravines and everything else. I mean, it's more like horses travel on that, but just wide enough for a car. So we're sitting here getting everything situated. My plan was to move to Tennessee. I wanted to move to Tennessee, and that's going to be a while. I had a lot of people comment on my video, hey, congrats to Tennessee. We're not going to Tennessee anytime soon. I've got a lot of stuff I'm doing right now. It's going to be a few years before we can ever make that move. And that's just the way it is. Right now we're focusing on what we have to do on a daily survival lifespan and still try to plan for the future. One of the things I see on YouTube, and not just YouTube, people in general, they want instant gratification. Everything, instant gratification. That's not life unless you're a multi-millionaire. You got to work hard for everything you get. And then sometimes, even if you build it with your own hands, it gets stolen from you, gets taken away from you. So you just plan things out, work hard at it. When life comes up and kicks you in the gonads, you could either kick it in the knees, bring it down to your level, or brush yourself off and go back at it again. So I just want to give you guys an update. I have got to get my butt to bed. My normal off day was changed at work, so I got to go in tomorrow. I am hoping to hear some great news, fingers crossed, tomorrow about the inspection being done in the new place. And it is nice. We'll film everything. The wife and I got to do the walkthrough. It's freaking amazing. I mean, don't get me wrong, guys. I love the home I built with my own 2 freaking hands. I love it. But this in here has got a walk-in closet, which my wife loves. It's got 2 bathrooms. One for the boys' rooms. They got access to a bathroom. It's not right there in the room. Of course, the master bedroom has got its own bath and stuff. We'll film in there, guys, kind of show you what we're dealing with. We lucked out. Of course, down here in Florida, rent's not cheap. Of course not. But, you know, that's why you work so many jobs. You just keep on grinding, keep on pushing, and you keep prepping. All right? We got supplies to last us 2 years. If it really came down to it, I wouldn't have to buy any food for 2 whole years. But we cycle ours through. We talk about rotational stock all the time, guys. That is something that I'm a very big advocate on. We have the long-term food storage stuff, guys. And yeah, we're affiliated with them, like for Patriot. Great product. And we put it back. It's 25-year shelf life. But I'm not cycling through that stuff. That stuff is not cheap. None of that freeze-dried stuff is cheap. All right? So we put that back, but the normal stuff, pastas, rice, canned food, all that stuff we process through. I'm going to see about getting my deep freezes moved over as well. That's fresh meat. We don't just eat canned meat. We buy regular meat too, but we deep freeze this sucker. That way we have meat on hand. But it only lasts for so long. Yeah, hunting and fishing is a great idea during SHTF. but it's not really feasible for long term unless you're planning to be migratory yourself. I want to stress that a lot with people, because I see the comment all the time, well, during shit hits the fan, I'm just going to go hunt. I'm just going to fish. Well, fishing you'll probably have better chance at and more return out of, only because there's so many freaking fish. But there's so much pollutant in the waters now. I mean, I've been fishing, last 3 times I've been fishing, I haven't caught anything. I've fished my whole life, but it might just be because I'm a bad fisherman, who knows. But when it comes to hunting though, animals, they see you, they smell you, they know you're there. You start making pop shots at them, you start dropping a couple of them, they change their habits, especially when everybody is hunting or attempting to hunt. Everybody hitting the woods, animals know it's not safe in that location. They will migrate away. And then you're left there with nothing in the area. So now, are you going to migrate too? Or are you just going to sit there, I'm going to stay on my homestead, or I'm going to stay on my front porch? Homestead is different. Let me phrase that before someone calls me out on that. Usually the homestead, you're growing your own crops and you got your own animals and stuff you're dealing with. The ones that refuse to bug out or relocate in a situation that I'd rather die on my porch, well, that is a answer for you that you came with. Me, I'm trying to help teach and educate and give people alternatives for survival. I don't want you all to run to the woods and try to survive. 90%, well, I'm going to say, yeah, 90% of people I see that comment on videos would not make it out in the woods. It's a mindset, it's a skill set. All right, I've been out there, and I'm not talking about just for filming. I'm talking about a 1.5 years out there. Slightest mistake, an infection, a broke leg, anything can take you out quick. Now, I've had bears come right into my shelter. I've had things stalk me. Slightest slip up, you're in their food chain now. Okay, so I don't want people just running out to the woods and say, well, CFP said we got to run to the woods to bug out. Bugging out to the woods, guys, and I stress this all the time, is a means to go from one location to the other. You might have to go through the woods. You might have to survive there for a while you're transporting to that bug out location. Your bug out location might be a couple towns over, but the only safe way to go is 20, 30, 40 miles through the woods. But you have to know how to navigate it. You have to know how to survive in it. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Back on track. You have to know these things. And the only way to actually know these things is actually be training in it. Okay? Thinking because you've got body armor or 1,000 rounds or whatever makes you invincible. It don't. All right? Now, can you swack a bunch of them before they swack you? Yes. But are you in charge of protecting your family? Wouldn't it have been smarter to get your family out of that dangerous situation? And if you're worried about your supplies and stuff, I've always said move that stuff around. Don't leave it all in one location. One house fire, lose it all. But that's my thought process on it. Other people have different thought processes, and you're welcome to them. But here on this channel, I try to teach you what I do. I show you what we do. I'm not just a talking head. I actually show you survival. I show you prepping. I show you what we are actually implementing in our lives. Okay? So with that information, please feel free to check out the playlist on all of our videos. We got a bunch of them. We really do. And if you see other YouTubers that say other way, hey, that's their channel. They can say whatever they want to. There's no skin off me. All right? I live a certain way. I teach a certain way. All right, and it's up to you who you want to watch. Anyway, guys, I'll speak to y'all later. Like I said, I've got to get some rest. I got to go turn some wrenches tomorrow and fix people's cars. I mean, some of the things I see, I don't even know how they half the vehicles even on the road. All right, guys, speak to y'all later.